Hello there and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name's Alex. I post beauty related videos, so make sure you subscribe and you put that notification bell on so you're notified every time that I upload. For today's video I have a very exciting one. I mean, I seem to think that all my videos are exciting, but I hope they are. We are testing the Morphe 39S palette. Now I know this has been out for a while now, it's not completely brand new, but I still wanted to do a review on it anyway. I treated myself for my birthday. I bought this myself and I had a like 20% off discount code. Make sure you sign up to their emails because normally it's all like 10% off, and you can get 10% off anyway because of people's discount codes, but I saw one for 20% off, so I decided to treat myself, and I had my eye on it for a really long time, and I finally have it and I'm finally testing it out for you guys today. So it just comes in the standard black packaging box. You know, there's nothing really exciting about this. Let's just actually get it out of the box. So this is what the normal Morphe palettes look like. I have the James Charles one, which is the exact same like size as this, and obviously that has Morphe X James Charles on it, whereas this is the normal Morphe packaging where it just has Morphe on it, obviously. And this is the inside. Again, has the massive name sheet in it, so I'm gonna have to spend another hour and a half cutting them out and sellotaping them on the palette because I hate those things. I don't mind them in little palettes, but in big palettes like this it's a pain in the arse. This is what the palette looks like. I don't know what is best to show you. Even if I hold it like that, that's it. So this is what the palette looks like. It is obviously mostly focused around the pink and purpley tones. I am absolutely living for this palette. I saw Make Me Up Miss's review on this and I just knew I had to have it in my collection. I love pink purple eyeshadow, so this is just perfect. It's full of shimmers. I believe this middle row here, they're actually toppers, they're not like shimmers, they're like a different formula, so I'm so excited to give this a go. And I guess we're going to be doing a pinky purple look. So yeah, this is what it's, I cannot speak today. This is what the palette looks like. I'll just show you up close. There we go. And now that I've shown you the palette, I am quickly going to do some swatches for you guys, just so you can see what the shades look like on skin, if that makes any sense. And yeah, so let's get into some swatches. So these are the top two rows. There's quite a lot of like grey sort of tones in there, like this one here, where is it? This one is sort of like a dark grey but with like multicoloured glitter in it. It's quite unique, but I love the shades in this palette. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with these pinks here. Even this light one, oh my god, they are stunning. This is the second row and oh my god, these are unreal. They are so buttery and creamy to touch, and they're like, oh my god, the formula of them is so thin, but yet they're like so super reflective. Oh my god, this is definitely my favourite row without fail. Is butter a carb? Why did that randomly just come into my brain? And these are the last two rows. That is a glitter, like pressed glitter. I think it's a bit random to be in this palette, to be honest, because that's literally the only one. But the shades, they're swatching pretty nice, you know. Some of them require a little bit of warming up. But again, the shades are absolutely beautiful in this palette. I love it. Okay, now we've done some swatching, let's actually get on to the eye look. So I'm going to zoom you in real quick so you can just get a better look of what I'm doing. Forgot to tell you, this palette is £35, but with the 20% discount I got it for £28. But we're going to see if it's worth the £35 because I know that's quite a lot of money for a Morphe eyeshadow palette. I mean, some of their palettes are like 20 odd quid and their even smaller ones are like £16. So we're going to see if this one is worth the £35. So let's actually shut up now, Alex, because you've been talking for way too long, and let's go in with that baby pink. So actually let me get the name sheet. So Okay, that one is called Pink Prize. It is this shade right here. Now, as I said, this has not got a mirror. So I'm gonna grab this little one. Oh, that is the zoomed in side. I do not want to see that close. Okay. There is a lot of kickback in the palette, just to let you know. If that bothers you, personally it doesn't bother me, you know it. You guys know it doesn't bother me. As long as it's pigmented. I mean, I guess if it's kicking back, that means there is pigment in it. I'd be more stressed out if there was no kickback and then like no pigment. So don't worry about fallout. It's not always that bad. Even high-end palettes have fallout, not fallout, kickback. Okay, so I've put that pink in the crease. It's not going to show up that much because it is such a pale pink and my skin tone is very light. So, I mean, the pigment's definitely there though. It's just not a hugely overly pigmented shade because it's light. Next, we're going to go in with Bougie. Oh, I love that name. And it's a hot pink. It is this one right here. Sugar mate. I just dipped my nail into a shade. Oh, brilliant. Okay, Alex, get your stuff together, girl, because you're really messy today. And I'm just going to put that on top of where we put that. Oh my gosh, look how pigmented that is. Okay, wow, that is so pigmented. Really impressed with that. Now I sort of want to go in with that purple shade, and the one I'm going in with is called Purple Majesty. It is, oh wait, has that got glitter in it? Oh no, I don't want to use that then. What do I want to use? Okay, so I'm going to go in with Grape Minds, which is this cool toned purple here. And I'm going to put that slightly lower down, not as high up as where that light pink is. Just going to take a blending brush and a little bit of that light pink shade, and I'm just going to blend out those top edges just because it was starting to get a little bit harsh and we don't want that. So I'm just blending at the top of that hot pink and up to my brow bone. Okay, now we've got that purple in there, I do want to go in with a darker purple on my outer corner, and I basically just want to coat the whole front half of my lid in one of those toppers because they are unreal. Okay, this next shade I'm using is called Make It Rain, and it is this dark cool toned purple, and I am going to put that on the outer V here. Okay, I'm just going to go back in with that dark pink I use called Bougie, and I'm just going to add that because I sort of lost a bit of that while blending the purple on top. So yeah, I'm just going to pack that back on at the front. Okay. Now I want to play with one of those toppers. I think I'm going to go in with that second one, which is called Oh Yes, and it is this pinky one right here. So I don't really know how to use these. I don't know if it's best to put a shimmer, another shimmer down and then that on top, or that straight away. So I'm going to just go straight in. So I'm just going to take it on a brush, see how well it works with just a brush. If not, I'll do my finger. Oh, okay, I see. It's like a glitter. Oh my god, okay. You can't really see it until it hits a certain light. Okay, for my lower lash line, I'm going to take another hot pink. It's called Very Good, but it's more of like a purpley reddy sort of tone. Can I hold? Oh, that would have been just easier. It is this one right here. This palette is so big. And I'm just going to, obviously, as I said, coat that on my lower lash line. Okay, my camera just randomly stopped recording, and I don't know when it stopped recording. What I literally just did was put the shade Pearl Flexion in my inner corners and brow bone. Anyway, so I've now done the eye look. I am actually going to go off camera now and put my lashes and mascara on, etc. And then I'll be right back with my final thoughts. Right, I'm now back. I just put the GWA natural lashes on, my absolute favourite, and I used the Maybelline Snap Mascara for my bottom lashes. Ignore this eyelash, the inner corner did not want to stick on properly, so it's probably half hanging off, but we're just going to ignore that. That is not what matters. What matters is the eyeshadow palette, which we are now going to sit and talk about for a couple of minutes. So Morphe palettes, for me, so far, I have literally just this and the James Charles palette, I think. Yeah, that's literally it. So the James Charles palette is a really, really, really good palette. I love that palette so much. I use it quite a lot for my Instagram looks and stuff. So it set the standard quite high for Morphe palettes for me, because that's the only one I had, and I really enjoy that palette. This palette, I'm not gonna lie, is probably the exact same quality as that. This is so, so good. I love the toppers in the middle row. Let me just hold it around the other way. I absolutely love this middle row. It is stunning. That formula is not in the James Charles palette, and it also doesn't have this formula, which is the pressed glitter. I didn't use that today, but there is so many shades, you guys. I can only put so many shades on my eyes, so I tend to use more of the pinky purpley shades today. From what I hear in the community, like the beauty world, purples are hard shades to make, really pigmented, if you like, but those purples in that palette were amazing. Some of them might require a little bit more building, but I'm not being funny, but they were really pigmented, like straight off the bat. I had no fallout. I think maybe the top I might have had a little bit. I've got the tiniest speckles of glitters on my cheek, but they are so tiny and there's only a few there, so there's no fallout with this palette. It does kick back in the palette, but I mean, the pigment speaks for itself. Really, really super pigmented. I'm really impressed. This is literally the exact same formula as the James Charles palette, apart from those toppers and that glitter. If you love pinks and purples, there are a few neutrals in there, like a few browns, a few like grey sort of tone shimmers. There's like a black with glitter in it. So if those sort of shades are for you, then I would 100% recommend this palette. It is absolutely stunning. I love purples and pinks and stuff, so I knew I was going to love the colour story of this palette. That's basically what you buy it for. If you don't like them colours, then there is literally no point buying this, because that is the colour of 80% of this palette. But do I think that this is worth £35? Yes. I actually do think it's worth £35. I'm lucky I had the 20% discount, so I got money off. But even if I didn't have a discount, you can always have 10% off. So it's either, it would be like early, like maybe £31 or £32 if you had 10% off. Even if I only had the 10% discount, I would still buy this. That is an amazing palette. I absolutely love it. I cannot wait to do more looks with it. It is up to you though. Like if £30 is out of your budget range, then don't buy it. You don't need it in your life. I say this about a lot of palettes, but you don't necessarily need them in your life. But if this is the sort of palette that attracts you, if this is the sort of palette you are missing from your collection, you need a pink, purple, toppery sort of palette, then this is definitely for you. The toppers definitely make it worth it. But I think if the toppers weren't in it, I don't know if it would have been quite worth it, just because the formula is just unreal. Like if they would have done this without the toppers, I would have expected it to be like a smaller palette. It would have probably just been one of those, like the 35-0 size, do you know what I mean? But because of the toppers, I think that's why they've made it bigger, and that's probably why it's more expensive as well, because that formula is a bomb. I'm going to stop talking about the toppers now. But yeah, so those are my thoughts and opinions on the Morphe 39S palette. Oh, what is it called? Oh, such a gem. Such a gem. This palette is indeed a gem. So if you enjoyed this video, please let me know down below. Let me know if you have this palette as well, and if you have, let me know what you think of it, because I love to hear your opinions as well. And give this video a massive thumbs up. Please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.